considered by many to be one of the top solo aerobatic performers in the world today. So please join me in welcoming none other than Mr. Sean D. Tucker. Fasten your seatbelts and make sure your seats and tray tables are in their upright and locked positions, because you're about to experience 11 minutes of the most hardcore, down and dirty, hard-charging power aerobatics known to man, which comes as a result of his more than 25,000 hours of combined fixed wing and rotary flight time. So ready or not, here we go. Sean drops down into the box, performing a series of over 10 snap rolls. Just incredible. Right now he's doing about 250 miles per hour in this one-of-a-kind aircraft, better known as the Oracle Challenger 3. Watch now as Sean spirals back up into one of his signature maneuvers called the centrifuge. Sean just rockets across the sky there, pulling over 10 Gs. Right now, Sean will go all the way through 10 Gs, making his body weight literally 10 times its normal weight. Sean's going to tumble all across the sky up there, and then as we said a little bit later on, he's going to cut not one, not two, but all 3 ribbons that are out there. And the most important thing about Sean's routine is he just wants you to have a great time as he flies. This guy is Mr. Energy. In the off-season, Sean's out heli skiing, he's climbing mountains, and I mean that literally, climbing mountains, doing whatever he can to stay in shape. He works out about 340 days plus or minus a year to do stuff just like this. Look at this, an outside half of a loop right here at Show Center. He's just getting a look at each and every one of us. Sean climbs back up for his next maneuver. Take to heart. This man learned to fly aerobatics because he had a fear of doing what you see him doing right now, and he said, hey, nothing is going to stop me. So he pushes through and becomes one of the world's best aerobatic pilots. If that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. Watch this guy on the right side of the field now as he just twists and tumbles along the upline, keeping that Oracle Challenger 3 biplane right in front of you throughout the entire 11 minutes. A world-class performer here for you today at the 25th Annual Rhode Island Airshow and Open House. Now let's watch Sean here at Show Center as he stops and parks it. He's not going to do one hammerhead. Nope, Sean is going to execute a series of hammerheads down there on the town line. And one of the coolest things about Sean D. Tucker is that he just loves each and every one of you so much that he'll call down from on high to talk to each and every one of you here in a few seconds. This guy, I'm telling you, he is living life to the fullest. And if there's one thing to take away from Sean D. Tucker, it is just that. Live your life inspired and live it to the fullest each and every day of the week. Let's watch him now as he pushes back around down there on the right. He's just going to stand on the rudder pedals right now. And what do you say? Let's just try this out. Let's go live to the sky now with Mr. Sean D. Tucker. Sean D. Tucker, we are loving this down here at Rhode Island. Sean D., can you hear me now? How about it, Sean Tucker? Sean's up there hanging out, having fun, twisting and turning. Normally we'd be going live in the cockpit with Sean. I don't know, we're having some issues here today. We're trying to get him up. Sean Tucker, can you hear us now? Sean Tucker.
Well, Mr. Jolly, all I got to say, ladies and gentlemen, is the 3 best words in the English language. Got that right, baby. It's God bless America. So, you know, the roadies opened this stage for us to celebrate our freedom. So you see a man or woman in uniform, you give a kiss, you give
too, right here at the podium. All right, let's watch him. He's going to come down for the torque roll. Here he comes now from the left. Sean D. Tucker, the voice in the sky. It's the guy flying that little red biplane. And now let's watch him on the torque roll on the upline. Something a few years ago people only saw in their dreams. Now Sean's executed it for you right here at Show Center. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Now watch him. He's going to stop it right there and continue the torque roll. On your feet, Rhode Island, and make some noise for Sean D. Tucker and Team Oracle. What do you think of Sean D. Tucker so far? Simply incredible watching him do that torque roll. Now, we're going to watch Sean as he sets up for his series of not one, not two, but 3 ribbon cuts. You can see the pole holders. They have the poles standing up. The ribbons are across the runway. We have a lot of wind out here at Rhode Island, so let's see as Sean makes his pass through. He's going to go over one. He's going to cut the other one, attempt to cut the other one with that wing. Now he's going to roll upside down and just check and make sure he's comfortable in doing all of this in the wind. Safety is paramount here. Sean D. Tucker now climbing back up to the right, and let's see what he has up his sleeve next. You get a lot of wind here today in Rhode Island. This is going to be challenging for Sean D. Tucker to attempt to cut all 3 of these ribbons. With the Oracle challenge, another pass looks like over the top. Look at that, zooming right over the top of that center ribbon. Now, having a look at the third one, up and over. Just getting a sense of the wind right now and what the atmosphere is doing. If you think it's windy where you're standing, imagine trying to pilot that Oracle Challenger 3 in almost a direct crosswind down the runway out here. Means the wind's blowing the opposite direction he'd like it to be, but let's see how he handles this now. Sean D. Tucker for the 3rd pass. A test pass now. Look at this. Sean going right underneath all of the ribbons. I think he's ready. What do you think, Jay Rabbit? And Sean D. Tucker's getting ready to do this thing. Let's see what he does. Now, oh my goodness. He's just going to tumble around up there for a little while, have some fun, and set up. With a triple ribbon cut. Let's see if he hangs with it down here on the right. He's going to set up for it. That's Sean D's way of turning around. A lot of wind. Calculating whether or not he can make this happen today. Sean's going to perform the world's smallest loop for you right there at Show Center. The smallest inside loop. He calls it the alley-oop in true Sean D. Tucker style. And now what do you say, folks? Let's see these ribbon cuts. Are you ready to see this, Rhode Island? I am. We're ready to see Sean D. Tucker, a man who has performed at this air show almost as many years as it's been around. Celebrating 25 years this year for the Rhode Island Air Show at Open House. Here he comes now from the left. All eyes on Sean D. Tucker. Let's see it. Here comes 1. Here comes 2. He's got it. Here comes 3. Sean D. Tucker. All 3 ribbons today, ladies and gentlemen. A huge round of applause for Sean D. Tucker. Simply incredible what this man can do with an airplane. You know, besides climbing mountains and flying aerobatics, Sean's also the chairman of the EAA's Young Eagles program. Get this, over 1.9 million kids each year are touched by that program. Just like this week, Sean flew another young eagle. He's going to fly a lot more before the year is over. This program, it is where the rubber meets the road, where kids can actually experience flight firsthand. Sean D. Tucker, chairman of the Young Eagles program. A great guy and an all-around inspiration to just millions of people the world over. Take a look at this, Sean D. Tucker. Man, we're loving this, Sean. Are you still having fun?
It is a great day in the neighborhood. It's so honored to be flying for you guys. God bless America. Have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow.
All right, Sean D. Tucker. Thanks, buddy. Sean D. Tucker, everybody, from Team Oracle. The Oracle Challenger. What a beautiful airplane and a great pilot. One of the best in the world, and he is having a grand time for you today. Watch him now. Sean's going to park this thing. This morning, he had it stopped. I don't mean like stopped. I mean stopped right there at Show Center. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Sean D. Tucker and the Harrier right at Show Center. If you're not on your feet, man, you should be. Just give it up for him. This thing is not designed to do this. Sean's just, well, he's just stopped. Just hanging out. He's looking at all the boats down there. Almost as many people in boats as are here watching in person. He's still there. He's going on like 40 seconds now. Hanging there. He's tweeting his favorite pictures out right now. I think he's, what on earth? Look at this. He has literally parked the Oracle Challenger right here above the Blue Angels. Ladies and gentlemen, a monster Rhode Island round of applause for the man, the myth, the legend, the living legend of aviation, as called by the Smithsonian Museum, Sean D. Tucker. Seeing has become believing today. Simply incredible. Every time I see Sean D. Tucker fly, fun is about the only word you can use to describe it. That man, he just loves doing it. Just absolutely loves what he's doing. Sean has been cleared into land now. He's coming down and going to touch the little Oracle Challenger down. Then he's going to be driving it right back over here to the Oracle Chalet, I believe, where he's going to get out. All the folks down there at the Oracle tent, what did you think of Sean D? Man, that was an incredible performance. Our thanks to each and every one of you for making this happen. Team Oracle doing a great job today, as they do every year here at Rhode Island. Now watch Sean, all that wind out there really hard. Sean makes it look easy though. He just sets it right down on the runway. Another perfect landing there by Sean D. Tucker from Team Oracle. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, the Canadian Forces are here to fly their CF-18 all the way from up north, our neighbors to the north. Major Eric Martinet is here to tell us all about it. He'll be up next. And then Rob Holland, the reigning world freestyle aerobatic champion. He is here to fly for you today, courtesy of his friends at Window World. A big thank you to Window World for bringing Rob Holland back to the Rhode Island Airshow. His performance, another awe-inspiring performance. This is going to be a great day today. Plus, your United States Navy Blue Angels will take to the sky in a little under an hour from now. It's going to be a terrific show, and we have a lot in store for you, so we're hoping that you're having as much fun as we are. Big thanks to our friends here at Cumulus Broadcasting, as well as Citizens Bank. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us with this air show. Remember, everything that we do here, all the money raised, it all goes to charity.